Welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking on the PlayStation 2 version of NASCAR 2001, a first of many things for EA Sports. For example, it was their first NASCAR game on a 6th generation console, it was the first that they developed in-house, and it was the first one to feature Daytona, but it was also the last game in the franchise to feature Bob Jenkins and Benny Parsons doing commentary because the media deal that took over in 2001. It was the last game not to support full fields, and obviously it was the last one that came out before Dodge came back into the sport. I could go on, but you get the idea. It was a bit of a crossroads for both NASCAR and EA Sports, and I think this game is a great snapshot of that transition period. Oh, by the way, real quick before we get into the game, I do want to apologize for basically disappearing for the entirety of the summer. Life got really stupid busy, but you know what? I have a webcam. I'm gonna turn this on for a moment. As you can tell, we got a little bit of a different recording environment as well. Since I've last been on camera, I think I've lost about 42 pounds, so needless to say, life's been good, it's just been slow going. Either way, I'm glad to be back, and now we got business to attend to. So here we have the main menu in NASCAR 2001. Overall, not necessarily that flashy, but if you look in the background, we get a sneak peek of some of the cars in the game, this in particular being Wally Dallenbach's ride in the year 2000. So I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this game's features. About EA Sports is actually just a demo of all the games coming out at that time period from EA. Credits, that's pretty obvious. Game options. Not a whole lot to look at. Obviously, there's a 2-player mode if I had a second person and second controller. Quick race is just like what I showed in NASCAR 99, where you just hold down the randomize button with your eyes closed and press A and get a random race. This button just does that. Check it out.
And here's how they'll line up for today's race.
Welcome to Atlanta. I have no idea what car I'm driving. I'm John Andretti. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to try to win this one for Petty Enterprises. Oh gee, what is going on with Stewart? Oh, look at the run we're getting up the outside.
Radiated down low.
That's the lead, and somebody back there hit the outside wall. You know, it's kind of hard to describe the way this game feels to play. Floaty is not the right word. That's how I describe NASCAR Thunder 2002. This is a little different. It's kind of like almost next-gen racing. It's kind of a razor's edge feel, where if you put too much wheel into it, the car just starts to slide, and you really can't save it once it starts. Close the door there on Gordon. And that gave Earnhardt the opportunity up the outside, but we got him clear. Oh, here comes Earnhardt. Got a little wiggly on the entry there and almost lost the lead. Managed to get him clear on exit. We're kind of running Atlanta like it's the modern Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're kind of pack racing right now. Oh yeah, cockpit mode in this game actually looks pretty neat. If I press select though, the driver doesn't wave like he does in the PS1 version of NASCAR 99. Oh! Mistakes were made. I stopped paying attention. I managed to screw everybody out of having an advantage there. Gotta block Earnhardt, gotta go down low, block Labonte.
Looks like he came to work today, Bob.
Alright, we're gonna get it. I tried to throw it away, but at least I don't suck quite that much.
Great job, seeing victory lane.
And now let's get into the real meat of this here sandwich with the one-player game modes. We're gonna do some single races. This game's got a pretty big roster of drivers, 37 total licensed drivers according to the back cover art. There are 2 drivers included in the roster as tribute, those being Adam Petty and Kenny Irwin Jr., who had passed away during the 2000 NASCAR season. You get a pretty good selection of tracks from the 2000 season in this game, although it actually is missing quite a few. But most importantly, though, they have the license to Daytona International Speedway, so we're going to be going there. I think I'm going to be doing this as Darrell Waltrip during his Victory Tour 2000. I mean, you gotta put flames on your race car, it makes it go faster. Now, in the options menu, physics, you have the option between arcade and simulation. I'm going to be using simulation for this. AI difficulty of legend, race length 25%, pit mode short, damage on, yellow flags on. I'm not even sure if speed comp actually does anything in single player, but for the sake of this, I'll leave it off. And let's go to track. Something tells me I'm gonna have to edit this setup. Let's try this and see what happens. Oh yeah, this setup is fast. And it's still tight. Let's see what the lap time is. 46:20. Alright, let's qualify.
This is it. Let's make it count.
Oh, look at that. So the first lap is a wash. That's not going to count for anything. Oh, God, tight. Here we come to our flying lap. Gotta try to keep this thing low and hopefully not mow the fence down. Yep. Well, that ruined the lap. All right, let's see where we're going to qualify here. At the line. Still pole. I mowed the fence down, and I'm still 1.2 seconds faster in qualifying. And let's make this thing looser. Dale Earnhardt and Darrell Waltrip on the front row. Straight out of 1986. Well, just about fried the engine by downshifting. There we go, a little bit of a block. So what I'm most horrified about is tire wear, because I know that's going to present a massive problem. It always does at Daytona in this game, and I get a feeling my setup is wrong for that. Oh God, tight. Stewart up the inside. Let's see if I can beat him back to the line. Maybe not. Well, I led by an undetermined amount. I'm gonna have to just let the 20 car have this. Crossover, see if I can get something down the backstretch. There we go. Don't think side draft exists in this game, but I'm gonna use it anyway. That's the lead. I think you can tell pretty obviously that this car is awesome down the straightaways. I mean, it can yard anyone, but in the corners as the tires wear, it just keeps getting slower and slower, and that's why I can't drive away.
Right front tires a little more. Careful now.
Bobby Labonte, watch yourself. Ran out of tires. Whoa. Was not intentional. Was not intentional. The car just pushed so bad I couldn't do anything with it. I was completely out of the throttle. So make note, the tires fall off of this thing at about lap 13. Whoa! Sorry about that. Alright, I'm coming in this lap because I've lost 5 seconds to the leaders. I think the speed limit's 100 in this game if I'm not mistaken. You know what? We're just screwing around here. Let's see how tight this thing gets if all the wedges in it. Pretty slow stop you guys got going on here. Yeah. Can we do something? Anything? 28 seconds? Almost 29 seconds. I'm gonna just LePage everybody. Hey! Wally! You know you do the same thing. Managed to save it. Alright, looks like I'm gonna come out with at least some cars to race with. Won't be anywhere near the lead, but have somebody to draft with. Oh, hey, Wally. Got a little bit of a message. There you go. So unfortunately, this thing feels no tighter with all of the wedge in it as it did with all the wedge out of it, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So the question is, how do you get loose? Wait a minute. I just realized I never even touched suspension. So it looks like after the pit cycle, we're gonna cycle out in 9th. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna pit a lap early. I'm gonna take the wedge out. Maybe just... Yeah. Let's just keep it neutral. See if that does anything. It won't. And to think, I thought I was the stupid one. Turns out it's all of us. Alright, that got me back up into 9th position. And that was 5th. I think Bobby Hamilton's gonna get to my inside here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to let him go. And now the battle begins between me and Dale Jarrett for this top 5 run. Gotta close the door. Gonna have to park it on Dale Jarrett down to 3 here. Oh yeah. Yeah, slow down to 172 miles an hour. Just no grip. But we're gonna get a top 5 out of this. We didn't deserve it. I'd hate to use the term good points day, but that certainly was. I would say for how bad my car was on old tires, 5th place is pretty good, but you know me, there's gotta be a way to win. So I've got an idea. I didn't even touch suspension. We're gonna drop this straight to soft. Wedge doesn't make any conceivable difference, so it's just gonna be 0. Gearing, I'd like a little bit more acceleration for when the tires wear out, and tire pressure, I'm just gonna leave that to the default setting. Screw it, we're gonna use it, and it should at least be better. I don't even feel like qualifying, let's just race it. Alright, we're starting to shotgun on the field with a soft setup. Much more acceleration than last time. Alright, up the middle of LePage and Earnhardt. Everybody's kind of parting the seas for me. Whoa! Mike Skinner. Feels like we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Earnhardt backed out. 202 miles an hour down the backstretch. The biggest difference with the soft setup is that it just feels like the car can actually corner. It's still not loose, mind you. It's just no longer, you know, knock the fence down tight. to the inside of Mark Martin, going for the lead into one. And there we have it. Somehow managed to do that without making contact with anyone, by the way. Watch this, full throttle. On the bottom, as the banking falls away in turn 2, no issue. Well, the margin from first to second is 1.6 seconds, and I still feel basically no tire wear. I have absolutely no idea why on the first attempt I didn't touch the suspension at all. That's the one thing that actually made a major difference. Allegedly, my tires are wore. It doesn't feel like it. Still don't need to lift off turn 2. Setup is awesome. I'll be coming to pit road for my first stop, this time by.
The number 66 car is headed down pit road.
And let's get damage repaired. I don't think I actually have any, but I'd just like to make doubly sure. That was an interesting sound to that fuel can, to say the least. 26.5 seconds. That's going to cost me. So there's Rusty Wallace up behind me. That's the race leader. Ooh, Rusty just caught the outside wall. Caution flag. Now, I was in front of the leader, so there we go. I should be allowed to pass the pace car. And there's the whole field down pit road. Let's see if they let me pass them, or if I'm just kind of screwed here. Yep. Guess I should have pitted. Looks like now everybody has about a 2 or 3 lap advantage over me. Should be a pretty interesting restart. And there we go. Making the move on Joe Nemechek. Man, I got some What are you doing, Earnhardt? We're almost in last.
Dale Jr. has moved into the lead.
And that'll move us up into 16th. I don't like this little breakaway that me and Ricky Rudd are running in. It kind of looks like we're about to lose the draft. Bobby Labonte getting loose or something. That brings me up to 14th. Trying to do kind of like island hopping right now. You know, get a big run past one car. Hopefully that keeps me close enough in the draft to be within striking distance of the pack. Jeez. Saw my life flash before my eyes back there. And that's 10th. Looks like Kevin LePage and Jeff Gordon have kind of started to lose the draft as well. Look at this scramble. Junior with a big moment. That's going to land me 6th position. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. There we go. Here's a run. Gonna make the move on Ward Burton. I'll tell you, it is awkward to be making passes with this far wore-out tires. Like, just completely lost the front end there. Didn't even have a chance. So you know what? I'm gonna pit early, since I've tried to wreck a couple times, and this should be my last stop. Gonna get the damage repaired as well. Gotta try to LePage the field.
The 94 car is about to put you a lap down.
The number 2 car.
I didn't manage to stay on the lead lap, but I managed to slow up the field enough to where I can get it back. In fact, I'm gonna get it back on the backstretch. It's a little bit awkward right here. And get to the bottom. And this way, if another caution happens, I'll at least be able to see it in my rearview mirror. So there's Dale Jarrett. I'll work my way around him pretty quickly. Here we go. This is a big glob of cars that's going to be merging. Jeff Gordon was in the grass, down on the apron.
Stay alert.
Watch out! Oh my god. Schrader absolutely tried to LePage me. Kevin, that's your job. Oh, Mark Martin. A little bit of smoke. Gonna draft off him. Slingshot around him. And now this is gonna be the battle for the win right up here.
Stay alert.
Number 40 car has taken a spot in the top 5.
Number 40 is still there.
Oh man, had to lift big time to stay out of the back bumper of Rusty.
Stay low.
The Caterpillar Pontiac is headed down pit road.
Alright, now we got second. Ward Burton obviously has just come down pit road. He is the leader presently, but this is the battle for the win. There's Ward Burton coming off pit road, and that is the lead. To keep these guys behind me, I'm going to have to nail every single corner. Half a second, currently above Matt Kenseth.
Your tires are warm.
I've got really silent at this point because I'm just managing this gap. I'm at the point in the race where I can hear imaginary things rattling in the car. White flag, here we go.
Holding strong out front is Darrell Walter.
And we made it through turn 2 one last time. That's the hard part. And the tires hung on. That's a second Daytona 500 win for Darrell Waltrip.
We got the win. Way to go.
There we go, now mow the fence down, doesn't matter. Darrell Waltrip beats out them young whippersnappers Matt Kenseth and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, that was stressful, so let's try something else. There's some stuff I want to do here. First of all, let's back down the race lengths just a little bit, now to 10%. And you know we gotta do one for Dale. This looks fun, let's head to Darlington. Excuse me right here, I'm gonna try to speed run a setup. So after about 17 minutes of farting around with the setup, here's what I've managed to come up with. It's probably going to destroy the tires as a run goes on, but it, at the very least, is the fastest and best feeling setup I've managed to come up with in that amount of time. Let me see if I can knock Bobby Labonte off the pole. I'll just take the wall. I think that helped. Here we come.
Pole position.
That was a pole lap. All right, let's see how this thing fares in the race.
Green flag is out. 2x2, stay low.
And I get a terrible start. Back to third through 1 and 2. Here we go.
The 18 car up high.
To the lead off of turn 2. 3 and 4, I'm kind of struggling, but I'll take what I can get if I'm that fast through 1 and 2. Just gotta try not to hit the wall off of turn 4. So I wonder with the short pitting mode on, with a 10% race, if that means we're still gonna have to pit twice. Going off how fast the fuel indicator is depleting, I think this is gonna be a 2-stopper.
Dale Earnhardt continues to set the pace.
He's really hooked up out there.
Tires worn, but halfway through my stint, I've got 3 seconds on Rusty Wallace. That's pretty nice. I can really feel this tire wear. I mean, look at this. Down to 130 in the center of 3 and 4. But we're still gapping second place, which has been taken over by Mark Martin. To pit lane for the first time today. Gotta make the pit road entry. Jeez, almost blew it. And pit stop of 21.4 seconds. I lost a few spots. See, I got Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and I believe Mayfield up in front of me. Look at this run we get through 1 and 2. To the inside of Burton. Oop, little loose. Man, it is hard for me to make a move through 3 and 4.
The 99 car.
That's third spot. Oh, we got a battle for the lead up here.
He's really showing what he's made of.
That's a run.
Car up high.
To the point. Man, this thing is hooked up. You can just see everyone in my rearview mirror just disappearing through 1 and 2. That is an awesome sight. Whoa! Did not want to take out the crossover gate off 2 there.
Look for the cars to start pitting soon.
I agree, Benny. Gonna get it load up a little bit sooner. Don't wreck it. That's how you make an entry to pit lane. Pit time of 18 seconds. Awesome. Well, I didn't lose anything on that exchange. And there we go, that's the lead. Smoke. Why? Something's happened to Kyle Petty. Looks like he might have blown a tire or something, or at the very least screwed up massively. You know, this is pretty out of character for me to say, but I don't think I want to race these lap cars at all. I got such a huge advantage that I'm just gonna race the racetrack. Oh, that's a nice run right there. Gonna try it up the inside of Bodine. What was I talking about how I'm not gonna race these lappers? Up the middle? Oh yeah. Slick.
1 to go.
The number 3 car is continuing to lead this race.
And that is what you call a good old-fashioned whooping. At Darlington, we've done it for Dale.
First place. You the man.
Let's try out a short track. You know I hardly ever show any love to Richmond, so let's go there and let's do the most Virginia thing possible and run this race as Elliott Sadler.
We're taking the wheel for the number 21 owned by the legendary Wood Brothers.
What is with his number being in like mellow yellow colors? From having spent exactly 6 minutes on developing this setup, I would say this is about as good as it's gonna get. Whole time set by Kyle Petty, and you know what? Because I destroyed the field so badly at Darlington, I'm not even gonna qualify.
Green.
This doesn't really feel like a wise decision. Bunch of smoke everywhere. Whoa! Big old checkup into turn 1. Almost made contact with Labonte.
Number 22, up high.
Who just slapped the wall? I think that was Ward Burton. A lot of explosive sound effects going on. I haven't been seeing the detonations, but I've been hearing them. Somebody's wrecking back there. I think they managed to save it. I don't really know where to go here. It looks like every lane's taken. Oh, that's an opportunity.
He's really giving these fans a great show.
Mayfield wrecking on the straightaway. Jeff Gordon taking these super low corner entries, so I can't do anything with him.
Number 20 is still there.
Number 3 spot.
Thought I was clear of Stewart there. Gordon. Here we go up the inside of Kyle Petty. Chad Little just stopped on entry there. I don't know what's wrong with him.
09 takes the number 2 spot.
The next 2 cars are for position.
Man, making passes here, it's like you gotta pull off some slide jobs. Smoke coming out of the leader. That was Kenny Wallace. So my forward advances have kind of plateaued at the moment. I'm in 6th spot, 2 seconds behind the leader. Man, I can really get down to turn 1. Can't get off the corner quite as good as I can get in it, though. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Managed to stay off Jeff Bodine. Caution. Jeff! Jeez. Look at these guys barreling through pit lane. And so we're gonna pit under yellow. I'm not gonna repair damage, even knowing I probably should.
Taking out some way.
You know, it'd be nice if the AI driving my car didn't have to, you know, get more damage under caution. At least we haven't lost any spots off pit road. We're still in 5th.
The pace car's leaving the track.
And we're back underway. Stewart, out of nowhere on the restart there. Gonna try Dale Jr. down here into 1. Oh, we got him, don't we? Yep. Slide job. Little slippery. And that's 3rd from Kenny Wallace. We are rolling now. Little contact. Might have a shot at making a move on Mark into turn 1. Had to park it on him. He was wise to it. I'm gonna try him again. This time we got him.
You're in first. Show them how it's done.
The Mobile 1 Ford is coming into the pits.
We already got pit stops. Mayfield's headed down. Mark Martin is down. I'll be coming in this time. Don't miss it. And we are down and away in 4th. But we are going to have better tires. Not sure if we got the time to get there or not. Got to make up 2.7 seconds. That's a bit of a tall order. Oh, but I cut off 7/10 of that in 1 lap. Smoke coming out of Mike Skinner. All right, we are there. The inside of Skinner.
Number 31 is still there.
Got me clear. I'm going to try him on the outside. Here we go.
Number 12 up high.
Up the middle.
The number 31 car moves into 3rd.
To the lead. How about it? I'm going to try to drive away at this point. Well, we're at the point now where if they wreck, the race just ends, so I tell you what, they can do whatever they want. With 2 laps to go, I've got 3.2 seconds above Mike Skinner. I think my call to come down pit road late, giving me this much of a tire advantage, is definitely making the difference. And that was awesome.
Today's winner is Elliott Sadler.
Kenny Wallace ended up actually leading the most laps, but we led the most important one. And there's one more track type I want to take a look at. Obviously, we haven't visited a road course yet. Gonna be headed to Watkins Glen with Scott Pruitt during his one and only full-time stint in Winston Cup competition. Jeff Gordon on pole at a road course, that's standard procedure. So, based on just a little bit of testing, I've found that my Richmond setup, with a little bit of a wedge and gearing adjustment, is actually good enough to be 4 seconds faster than Jeff Gordon's pole lap. So I think I've found what I needed. And just like Richmond, I'm not going to qualify.
Green flag is out.
And let's just try not to destroy the front end of this thing down to turn 1. Late braking. Don't wreck it. That crunch sound somehow wasn't me. Little tight through the S's. Got cars run off into the dirt. Escape route. And that's 10th. Oh, Burton and Jeff Bodine making contact there. Little slip slidey. Let's try up the inside here. Unnecessary 3-wide moment. Barely got it slowed down in time. Rusty Wallace taking the outside wall big time. That's going to give me 6th spot. Oh. So it looks like this race might not end up being a 2-stopper. We'll see what the field does in the next 2 laps, but might be able to split this thing in half, even though a 9 is not a very good number to split in half. Going off. Taking the dirt again. And that's yet another illegal spot. So nobody's coming to pit road this time. So it's going to be a 1-stop race. Mark Martin. Didn't have to go all the way off for that one. So Jeff Gordon leads above Dale Earnhardt at the moment. I'm currently residing in 3rd spot. Looks like we'll all be headed down pit road this time by. Off the carousel, that's 2nd. And gonna be coming to pit road. No damage repair.
The Tide Ford is coming into the pits.
Whoa! What has happened? Why am I in cockpit cam now? What's happening? 18.5 seconds, alright. There's everybody on pit road. And this is gonna cycle me to the lead. Looks like them loop-de-loops were beneficial.
Here we go, last lap.
Got 3 seconds over Jeff Gordon. And that is a NASCAR Winston Cup Series win for Scott Pruitt.
You're one amazing driver.
So I think we've pretty much seen what single race has to offer, so I want to try something. Kind of like what I did in NASCAR 99. Let's try and do a quick championship season. Let's do this season as Wally Dallenbach. If he doesn't win the championship, he has to wash Benny's car. So in this game, the full Winston Cup schedule is just 20 events because they're missing like 9 tracks. Let's set the stage here for the game options I'll be using. Physics, simulation, legend AI difficulty, race length of just 3%, which means no pit stops. Damage on, no yellow flags, because if caution comes out, the race would just like automatically end. And I guess let's start season. I do want to mention before I jump into this, I spent about 2 hours making a setup for every single track because I have no intentions of qualifying for a single one of these races.
It's the dawn of the new millennium and the start of another action-packed NASCAR racing season. From the newest rookie to the most track-tested veteran, all of the drivers are ready for another chance to battle it out for the ultimate racing championship. Welcome to another full season of exciting NASCAR action brought to you by EA Sports.
This is probably gonna get stupid, isn't it?
Welcome to the great American race, the Daytona 500.
We got 6 laps to get the job done. Massive launch through the gears. Top of 3 into turn 1. Already up into the top 15, and we are rolling. Here we go, up the middle. Little tight on exit, didn't want to run to Stewart. Might even be able to lead the opening lap, give me a second. Got the run off Earnhardt. Massive crunch sound, and we got the lead. From last to first in the opening lap, and I don't think this field's got a chance. Jeff Gordon just got up into the outside wall. Earnhardt's going down to the grass with Stewart. I'm glad I wasn't a part of that.
Number 75 car is still our race leader.
Absolutely nobody had a chance. And once this car goes into the museum at Daytona, USA, it will never be allowed to come back out.
Yeehaw! Great job, and victory lane.
Margin of victory was over 2 seconds in a not even 5-minute race. And now it's time to head to Atlanta. Gonna try these guys up the middle into turn 1. That's working. There we go, back up the entry to 3 and then just, yeah. Really gets to moving. Whoa, Jeff Burton into the wall. You could tell I was clear of the 5 car. Still sparks flew off me somehow. Junior. Wrong track to do a bump and run at. Then again, I should probably thank him. That gave me the lead. Like any driver, I'm both going to blame my success and my failures on dirty air, because the moment I get out front, I put several seconds on everyone pretty much every lap.
Wally Dallenbach takes the checkered flag.
That's his 2nd win of the season.
Jeff Gordon has taken over 2nd in points. Don't tell me we're doing this again. Next race is Darlington. Kevin LePage on pole.
we'll take a look at Jeremy Mayfield.
He made up some ground in the points race after last week's event.
He's not even in the top 10. Check this out through 1 and 2. Almost 4 wide. Let's just make it 4 wide, screw it. There it is. I'll be the first one to back out of it, but I can at least say I did it. Massive crunch sound. Mark Martin did not intend on doing that, but what's happened has happened. Through the middle. Oh god, Gordon's about to get the lead. He might get 5 bonus points. Come on, Burton, hold him off. He ain't good enough, is he? Nope, Burton couldn't hold him off.
That's 5 bonus points for Jeff Gordon.
Don't worry about it, he's not gonna lead the most laps. Jeff. Alright, Earnhardt, do something. He actually did go and do something. Hang on. Through the middle again. And that is the lead. Little loose. This thing I got going on with the 3 car is fun. Although this time, we got him.
Number 75 car wins the race.
Yeah, there is no way Mark Martin's gonna be happy about the outcome of this. Next race is Bristol, and if Mark Martin wants to do something about me, it'd be a good race to do it.
Springtime brings the promise of new beginnings. Each week is a proving ground as teams are eager to prove that last year's success wasn't a fluke. Last year's shortfall's not an indication of things to come. The teams with the right blend of talent, timing, and tenacity, and a little bit of good old-fashioned luck, will go on to challenge for the coveted NASCAR championship.
And look who's on pole. Now that there is a 36-degree bank. Look at that, it's like driving on a wall. Gonna have to use cockpit cam just to be able to see through the corners. Oh! Watch this next-gen car tactic. Grab in 3rd gear. Get a better run off the corners if I wouldn't run into Bobby Labonte. Oh, I'm just destroying Tony Stewart. Loose. Don't know how that worked. Rusty, get a move on. Run out of time to catch Mark Martin. Gotta make up 3 seconds. There's 4th. Oh, Terry Labonte put the bumper to me, but I caught it. That's 2nd. Now time to put the move on Mark Martin. Last lap pass. Come on. Got him.
Got the lead. Show him how it's done.
Just because I wrecked him last week does not mean I was going to give him a free win. We got another short track coming up, Martinsville. Oh, big checkup. What is this Martinsville High Line they're trying to perfect?
Jeff Gordon was the leader that lap and earns 5 points.
Now he'll set his sights on 5 more for leading the most laps.
Look at this, these guys are running up in the asphalt in the corners. Make note, by the way, I'm carving my way through the field. My best lap is a 20.4. That's 1.2 seconds slower than Stewart's pole time. Must mean that Stewart ran the correct line in qualifying, but just decided not to do it right in the race. Although he did block me into 3 there. I didn't like that. See if I can get down to turn 3 and stop Jeff Gordon from leading the most laps. Hang on. Slide job. Didn't work. And I think we're going to get him this time. Nice and easy.
Nice pass. You're in first.
This is a 15-lap race at a short track, and we're putting people a lap down. And there's the 2000 champion. And we have just put Bobby Labonte down a lap.
The winner of the race is Wally Dallenbach.
Look at that, we managed to lead the most laps. I really don't know why I'm acting like this is a close points race. Next up is Talladega.
Rusty Wallace has finished in the top 10 5 times in a row. Mike Skinner has finished in the top 10 5 times in a row. Wally Dallenbach has finished in the top 10 5 times in a row.
Check this out through 1 and 2. Actually, just on the front stretch. Straight through the middle. Mark Martin smoking. We've got the best acceleration and the best top end. Absolutely no one can stop the power of Galaxy Motorsports. On the backstretch, on lap 1, race is over.
Wally Dallenbach wins the race.
Wow, I have no idea what happened to Gordon. Finished in 18th. That has put Mike Skinner to 2nd in points. California Speedway up next. Pretty good acceleration going on right here. I'm maybe gonna make it 4 wide here if I can. There it is. Unnecessary, but I made it happen. Another opportunity for a 4 wide moment, and there it is.
You got a good line. 2x2, stay high.
Look at Kevin LePage. What is he doing in second? Ward, what are you doing? Are you trying to block me or just wandering around the racetrack? I think he's actually trying to block me. There we go, side by side. Now we got it. Ooh, Jarrett. Yeah, this time I can't really run away with the lead because I'm just not quite fast enough down the straightaways, but I've really got him when it comes to handling. I wouldn't rank this among NASCAR's most competitive seasons. And back to short tracks, we're headed to Richmond.
As the NASCAR season moves into the summer months, the competition also starts to heat up. Fueled by early race results, the teams look to every weekend as an intense challenge. Only time will tell who can withstand the dog days of summer and stand victorious at the end of the long, grueling NASCAR season.
Little contact there with the 3 car. Nothing major.
3 car is still there.
Don't know how we didn't wreck. Looks like a bad idea going 3 wide into 3, but we're making it happen.
1 down, 1 to go.
Watch out there, Ward. So we got a battle between Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon at Richmond. I feel like I'm actually in the right spot by just sitting behind them, because they'll do something stupid against each other. Unfortunately, I gotta move.
Great drive. You're in the lead.
That's the top spot. Cleared myself.
Now that was driving.
And here we go for the longest race of this short championship season. Bottom of 3, at least twice, maybe a 3rd time if I get under Earnhardt. There it is. Massive run. Ward, where's your spotter? Huge run on Junior. No chance to even defend that spot. I gotta see if I can orchestrate this to be a 2-piece. And through 3 and 4, we're gonna get it. See how big of a lead I can put on these guys by the end of this.
Wally Dallenbach, who is leading in points, is running out front right now.
You know, running your own setups is a lot of fun. Not for the competition, and especially not for anyone unfortunate enough to be watching this race from the grandstands, but it's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah! Terrific job, fellas.
Margin of victory, 8.8 seconds in a 12-lap race. Sears Point coming up next. Well, there's no way this race goes well. Slowly, carefully, make contact with literally everyone. Oh, everyone's running off. Well, that's 3rd. Don't know how I got here. Up the outside. Not the normal way to do that. Well, after 1 lap, we are already on Jeff Gordon's back bumper. Here's a good opportunity. I'm gonna clear myself. That's the lead. Well, what does make sense is that Wally Dallenbach has ran good on a road course. What doesn't make sense is it's his 10th win in a row.
Wow, that's his 10th win of the season.
And we're headed back to Daytona. Watch the nitrous engage through 1 and 2. Everybody will just stay out of my way. Chad Little. To the lead on the backstretch. I will say that little bit of contact I had knocked just enough speed out of the car to where there actually is a pack. No one's really able to get a huge run on me, they're just able to stay with me. Well, that time I let Jarrett see the bottom. Had to cover that line. And here we come to the start-finish line. 11th win on the season. Next up, the Brickyard.
Autumn leaves are falling and there's a feeling of change in the air. Unfortunately for some teams, there's also a growing realization that a championship may not be within reach this season. For those drivers still in the championship chase, it's time to turn it up a notch for the difficult late season sprint to the finish line.
That's a nice checkup. What is Junior doing?
6 car up high.
Man, these guys really charged the entry to the corners. Oh my god. Looked like Gordon was gonna hit the wall, but I didn't hear the sound. Yeah, no contest to get the lead. Head down low and block Jarrett.
And gains 5 points.
He's taken too many lessons out of my playbook. Alright, watch this. Crossover. No problem.
Has moved into the top 5.
And that's another easy one.
Looks like everyone's seen some action.
Another road course coming up. I try to get this thing slowed up.
Number 20 is on your left.
That worked out nice. Really loud back there.
The 20 car is still
Bit of contact. Everybody just threw it into the grass. There we go, that's 5th. Just got by Gordon and Junior. Crossed Jared over. And he ran into the wall anyway.
Number 6 is on your left.
And through the carousel, that's the lead. Well, frankly, that was way easier than it should have been.
We got the win. That was some great driving.
Time to do more short track racing at Bristol. Oh god, I think they're wrecking. Massive checkup. Loose. There's a move on Bobby Labonte for 2nd. And now just got to get my way around his teammate Tony Stewart. Look at that speed on corner exit. Nobody can do anything about that. That is just such a huge advantage. See ya, Tony. And that was win number 10,000 on the season.
Another trip to victory lane for him.
And now on to the Southern 500. Straight through the middle. Whoa. Oh yeah, watch this.
His sights on the leader. Looks like he came to work
To the lead.
88 car is running down the leader.
The spot.
Oh god. That was a bad idea. I tried getting a little bit too much apron. Yeah, there was literally nothing to say about that race.
That's one more win for him today in an already unbelievable season.
Well, with 5 races left in the season, I really don't think we need to talk about if I'm going to win the championship at this point. Next up, Richmond.
The shadows across the track grow longer, and there's a deeper chill in the air as the NASCAR season hits the final stretch. The harsh demands placed on man and machine throughout the year now come to a head as we wind down to the end of our exciting season. Soon, a new champion will be crowned.
That worked better than it should have. You know what? I think I've officially declared the apron a part of the racetrack. Gonna try something on Jeff Burton down here. I thought better of it. Jeff Burton just showed me the inside. Thank you. I'm a little bit wide. And that's the lead. Cleared myself.
Wally Dallenbach gets the win.
And on to Martinsville. Nearly spun out trying to stay off of Mark Martin. What was that? Just saw one car phase through another. Don't know what that sound was. Side by side with Skinner.
Clear.
Even went up to the non-existent high line to take it away from him. This is just impossibly stupid levels of domination. Well, 3 races remain and we're going back mile-and-a-half racing at Charlotte. That's not gonna go over well. That'll get me into the top 5. The lead is not that far away. Nice run up the outside of LePage there.
2x2, stay low.
Bet you can guess what's going to happen in this race after that pass.
The number 75 car takes the checkered flag.
Talladega's up next. And we're already leading.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is making up a...
And so now we head into the final race of the season. We have obviously already super duper won the championship.
We're here in Hampton, Georgia, home of Atlanta Motor Speedway, ready for the start of the Napa 500.
Smoke! Couldn't quite tell who that was out of. Watch out for Burton. Oh! Overcorrected. Terry Labonte wrecking with Matt Kenseth.
Is moving right up through the field.
Look at Mark Martin. It's like the track's wet or something. Gonna try to set up Kevin LePage up to the outside. It's up to 5th.
The next 3 cars are for position. Still there.
And up to 3rd. Run out of laps though. So got a lot of time to make up on the 24 car. Now to second. 2 laps to go, and we have to make up 8 tenths. And of course, we have to make it up on Jeff Gordon.
Here we go, last lap.
Gonna have to really pull a move off here through 3 and 4.
Carlo.
To the outside.
Take it easy on the 24 car. Looks like the left one needs some action. Clear. Back right at.
My many years long rivalry with Jeff Gordon has just found its end. So now let's see what happens when you are officially the champion.
There are few accomplishments greater than winning the NASCAR Racing Championship. Congratulations to you, our EA Sports NASCAR 2001 racing winner. You've done what it takes to prove yourself a champion among champions.
That was quite possibly the worst and also most fitting way I could have ended a perfect season. Look at that margin of victory, 32 1,000ths of a second. In final season standings, we won by 685 points, above Rusty Wallace. Well, after that race and 20 wins in a championship, Galaxy Motorsports cut and run and folded, and Wally Dallenbach probably went into hiding for a couple months after what happened at the end of Atlanta. But hey, at least he won't have to wash Benny's car. I guess in many ways it was worth it. I still don't really feel like I've recovered from the end of that race, but let's try some shenanigans. First of all, I heard that this game's pretty spectacular when you start a crash by going backwards. Who better to do this than Kevin LePage? I mean, he basically tried to do it in real life anyway. Slowly, carefully, let's just make a quick U-turn. Oh, we're gonna be doing this in the corner. My God! Oh, Schrader's fine. So how could I actually make Kevin LePage proud and wreck the entire field? Let me try this. I'm just gonna sit on the start-finish line sideways. Oh, that was good! I think the car's trying to phase into the asphalt. That didn't wreck out a single car. I suck at being Kevin LePage. Missed. Perfectly stuck on my side. Whoa! It was like that wreck was on a delay. Oh God, that reminds me of that time I wrecked that rally car. Yeah, I just flat out don't know how to be Kevin LePage. I won't try to challenge the master anymore. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to show you, actually can create a driver in this game. There's some preset triple number paint schemes you can choose from. I think in this case I'm going to be running the EA Sports car. Well, there's one letter I couldn't fit, so we're Jimmy Johnso, and Jimmy Johnso is headed to Watkins Glen. Just like Jimmy Johnson in the Busch race at Watkins Glen in 2000, we're going to head off into turn 1, absolutely destroy the outside wall. But because this is a video game, we're going to do that and then still try and see if we can win the race.
Number 17 is on your left.
That was pretty good. Get this thing turned around out of the sand. See the front end? The engine's got damage, as it should. And with that, we have 8 laps to make up almost 7 seconds. I think I can do that. Man, with all the front end damage, we are lacking straightaway speed big time. Got through the bus stop decently clean. Really didn't make up much time on the leader the past lap, but I made up quite a few spots. Here we go. It's a lot larger of a checkup than I was expecting down there. Oh yeah. Slide job.
The Kellogg Chevrolet has...
That was a bit stupid. So we've got a bit of a 2-car breakaway up in front of us. That's Rusty Wallace and Dale Jarrett. I just made that work.
The number 122 car is the winner of today's race.
So that's a win for Jimmy Johnso in his debut and also final career start. Was he the best that ever was? We may never know. And one more thing, let's do a little bit of shenanigans with the 2000 champion, Bobby Labonte. Is it possible to put someone in the pit wall at Martinsville in this game? All right, Kevin LePage, let's see if you can do it. Nope. Let's see if I can do it. Also no. So wait a minute. Are you telling me that you can't actually hit the edge of a wall in this game? Well, I've answered my question. That is a weird development choice. Alright then, if I can't do that, then I can still probably make a track blocking crash at Bristol. I'm gonna try to get to the outside of Scott Pruitt. See if I can just right rear him. Well, I wrecked myself more than I wrecked Pruitt. So let's try again with wrecking people. If you just put the bumper to someone in the corner, it actually does nothing. That time I spun Nemechek without wrecking myself as badly as I did with Pruitt. And it looks like he's probably just gonna get the thing turned around now, ain't he? That really didn't do anything. I'm gonna try to get up into the middle of the field and see if I can do something like, this. Nope. Wow, he didn't even wreck. Never thought I'd say this, but wrecking people at Bristol? Pretty hard. I am really bad at this. That should have worked.
The Kodak Chevrolet is headed down pit road.
So officially, I have no idea how to wreck anyone at Bristol. But I am gonna see if I can try to blow this thing up coming back to the line. It's like all of a sudden I just can't do anything really stupid. Alright, I guess kudos to EA, because most of my methods to effectively break a NASCAR game don't seem to work in this one. Well, I'd say that just about does it for today's little look back at NASCAR 2001 on the PlayStation 2. You know, like I said earlier, this game is a perfect snapshot of the transition period between the arcade and more simulation-style EA Sports NASCAR games. And now I'll be frank, this game has not aged very well, but its place in NASCAR gaming history is a very, very important one because it was the huge leap that EA Sports needed to make to be able to produce such classics like the NASCAR Thunder games. And so I'd like to thank all of my channel supporters for everything you do for the channel, and I especially want to thank you for your patience with me these past couple months. So as I mentioned in my last community post, the next video is the return to NASCAR Thunder 2004, and in particular, the return of Flip Witham. Also, one more thing I want to mention, NASCAR 25. Since I've heard that they're going to release it kind of like the GTA games, where, you know, it comes out on console before it comes out on PC, let me just say now, it better really, really be good, because I'm going to have to buy a console to play it when it releases. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, I'll see you next time.